guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today's video is another declutter. I'm going to be working on my bullet lipsticks, Lippie sticks, liquid lipsticks, and my dual-ended lip products today. So first up, I think what I want to dive into is my Lippie sticks. So let's grab those. So most of those are going to be ColourPop. There's a couple mixed in here that are like lip pencils from other brands, or like a not quite full-on bullet lipstick that I've thrown in with my Lippie sticks. So let's just get started. First up, we have this one from Lith Beauty. This is their Soft Fill Lip Pencil in the shade Scarlet. These are just a little too dry for me. I do notice the more I use it, the more emollient it becomes, but I'm just not a fan of the formula per se, and I'm just going to declutter for that reason. Alright. Then I have this one from Stinaface, I believe it is. This is the shade 01 Bliss. This is nice. I have used it quite a bit. It is a very like creamy lipstick. Sorry, my light just died on me. Give me 1 second. Okay guys, sorry about that. I just grabbed my other light and plugged it in. So this is from the brand Stinaface. This is the shade 01 Bliss. This is a very creamy formula. I was reaching for it there for a while, but I haven't reached for it in a while, so I think I'm going to pass it along. But if you do like a nice creamy lip formula, that one is a nice one. Next up, we're going to go through, we're going to go through some ColourPop Lippie sticks. This is the shade Oh Behave. I actually like this one, and it's a nice smooth formula, so I'm going to keep. I also have the shade Sassy and the shade Brat Pack. These are all from the, I believe it was the World Orchid collection. These are nice. They're not dry or anything like that, so I am going to keep. Also going to keep these three Lippie sticks from ColourPop. We have Good Times, Fab, and Unreal. These are nice and smooth and creamy as well, so I'm going to keep those. Also going to keep my Bratz ones. Love these. I think they're one of my favorite lip kits that ColourPop has done. We have Pretty Princess, we have Cool Cat, we have Bunny Boo, and we have Angel. So keeping those. Then we have these three that are from the Quartz collection, I believe it was. We have Best Intentions, Energy Field, and Chakra Wave. I'm going to keep these because I'm pretty sure those are a creamy formula as well. Alright, so let me throw those back in here. Alright, now let's move to this one. So we have the ColourPop Snitchery one in Hello Darkness, which is a black. I also have the Lethal one, which is like a plummy reddy color, and Persephone, which is this brownie color. These are a little too dry for me now, so I'm going to declutter those three. I'm also going to declutter the primer stick for the ColourPop Lippie sticks. I technically could use this to help with the like drier matte formulas, but I never reach for it. I have so many lip products, I don't really feel like I need to go the extra step to try to make things work, so I'm just going to declutter it as well. I also have Parker, Chi Chi, and I'm going to declutter both of those. They're just way too dry for me. I don't like that matte Lippie stick formula. And I have these from the Wild Orchid collection, and they're like super dry. We have Dancing Lady. Like you can see, this is the Matte X formula. We have Heavy Petal. And we have Orchid. You guys can see me trying this on in a video, and I immediately was like, no. So this is why I have gotten into not buying the entire collection anymore. I was doing that, and then I'd end up having these products sitting in my collection not getting used, and then I'd go to use them, and then I would not like the formula. So that's just wasting money and product. I am going to pass these along to some of my family members and friends who want them, who would like the formula. It's just not for me. That being said, I want to take this moment to say, please do not ask me to give you any of this makeup. I feel very icky giving makeup, especially used makeup, to people I do not know. I offer it to my family members and friends. If there's anything new, I donate. But I am going to declutter these three as well. Alright, so I'm going to put my declutters so far in this one. Alright, so let's do these here. These are their glowing lips, so they're like a kind of a cross between a Lippie stick and a lip gloss. Really nice formula. I have Red Hot. I have Tickled Pink. I have Candy Kisses. Those are all from a Valentine's Day collection. I'm going to keep those. I also have the ones from the Muppets collection. I have Warm Up Guy, Chill Chill Chill, Kissy Kissy, and Picture of Joy. I'm going to keep all of these because I really enjoy the formula. Alright, then I have these three, and these are plumping, essentially plumping glosses, I believe. Yeah, this is the So Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss Bombs from the Frosty collection. Now, you guys know, and I've told you multiple times, I'm not a huge fan of plumping products. I'm very sensitive to them. I will say these are not bad. I can tolerate these. So for that reason, I am going to keep them because I do really like this collection and I do really like the formula in this. But yeah, this is probably the only plumping formula I've ever kept. Okay, so let's put those back in here. Alright, so now let's move on to my bullet lipsticks, and then after that we'll do my liquid lipsticks. I have a lot of bullet lipsticks for someone who honestly was not a huge fan of bullet lipsticks. I've slowly kind of transitioned into enjoying them more, but I do like the longevity of liquid lipsticks, but I've gotten to the point where I like comfortable liquid lipsticks, so that's where we're at with this. But I'm just gonna like pull these out randomly and go through. Let's see here. So we have my ColourPop Rudolph one. This is Clarice. I use this every Christmas, especially when I want a neutral lip. Love it. Nice formula. Definitely keeping. I have the other one from that collection. That's Rudolph. That's the red one. Gorgeous. Love the embossing. So pretty. This is one of my favorite red lipsticks. Keeping that one. Let's get into the frosty ones from ColourPop. I do have backup of these too. That's how much I liked them. We have First Snow. So that's like this really light nude. Kind of like a peachy nude. Love it. Keeping. Also have Silly Snowman. Now this is more of like a berry pink shade, which I thought was nice considering we already had a red in the Rudolph one. Definitely keeping. Okay, more ColourPop collab stuff. Here is the New Moon collection with Twilight. We have Jake. I love this lip combo, and this is a very comfortable formula, and it lasts a long time on me. I also have Vampire Royalty, another favorite. This is the New Moon collection. So pretty. I did just purchase the Eclipse collection. Alright, let's see. I don't think I have any more ColourPop right there. So let's go ahead and get into some other brands here. So we have Physicians Formula, and this is their Breakfast Club. I almost said Pretty in Pink. This is their Breakfast Club lipsticks. Very, very cheap packaging. This is I Don't Like Mondays. It took me forever to realize the names were actually on the back. Get Real and The World is an Imperfect Place. These are a very nice creamy formula. They don't last very long on the lips, though, I will say that. But they are nice, very like neutralish shades. So you have like a light nude, a pinky shade, and like a pinky peachy nude. Or sorry, you have a light nude, a pinky nude, and that leans more pink than nude, and a peachy corally nude. I do enjoy these, but I'm going to put these in the maybe pile for right now. And I'll circle back to them. I have my Only MAC lipstick. This keeps making its way back into my collection. This is Marrakeshmere. Nice formula. I like this shade in the fall, and that's one reason it keeps working itself back in. Like, I'll say I'll declutter it, but then I end up putting it back in my collection. And I think I'm just not going to bother this time. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it because I know what I'm going to end up doing if I say I'll declutter it. So I'm going to keep it. We have this one from Kat Von D. This is Slayer. This is a black lipstick. So I keep these specifically Halloween time. Don't get me wrong, I'll rock a black lip any time of the year, but I do tend to keep these in my Halloween SFX drawer. And it is a very nice formula, and it's still kicking around pretty good. I got it like really cheap at Ross maybe like a year or two ago. So definitely keeping. Let's go ahead and get into some of my other black lipsticks. So I have two from Wet n Wild. These are this is from the Fantasy Maker, and this is just their regular line. They're essentially the same thing, though. You can see I've used this one a decent amount over some, like, glitter lipsticks. This one, yeah, I have not even used this one yet. I think I was just keeping it as a backup for the other one. And you know what? I think I'm going to keep this one that's not been used, but I'm going to declutter the Fantasy Maker one. Okay. think that's all the black lipsticks I've got over there. So let's kind of do some more of this miscellaneous brands. So these are ones I've got in the Samantha March mystery box. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. These were very, very used, which, I mean, she said in her video that, you know, you could get used products. I'm very icky about used lip products from people I don't know in my personal life. I'm not saying she's like dirty or anything, but it's just not for me. So I did like scrape all the edges and everything off and sanitize, but I just couldn't bring myself to use them. So I'm going to declutter. Same thing with this one from Hindash. This is Call Me Peaches. Very pretty, like nude shades. But again, I mean, I scraped all the way around and sprayed with alcohol and stuff. But yeah, I couldn't bring myself to use them. So I'm going to declutter. Same with this one. This is Vive. Coming in hot. Another nude. Gotta declutter. Alright. Let's do my little Bite Beauty minis here that I picked up over Christmas. I love these little mini lipsticks in my little mini vanity drawer and to use for, you know, like travel and stuff. So it was a 3 set and it came with Sugar Buns, Chai, and Hot Tomato. And this looks like it would be super intense, but it's actually not. It's a very pretty red shade. So I'm going to keep all 3 of these because I do really like the formula. I don't think Bite Beauty is a like sellable brand anymore. I think they still have their like store in New York, I believe it is, where you can go and make your products, I think. Not 100% sure on that, but I know I can't commercially buy their stuff anymore. But you can see I've definitely used that one the most. Definitely keeping. I'm going to keep all of my little Melt Cosmetics lipsticks. So just kind of go through them real quick. We have Galleria. This is with Bailey Sarian, I believe. Let me look at the symbol on the bottom. Yeah, that's one of the Bailey Sarian ones. I have Circe. That one. Keeping. Love the magnetic closure. I have Julia or Gilia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. So gorgeous. Now these are very matte. So they're not my super favorite formula, but they are ones I like to reach for when I want a long wearing lipstick. Nutmeg. Now this one I have to be careful with because it tends to fall out of its container. But it is one of my favorite shades, especially in the fall. I have... Wait, do I have 2 Paulinas? How did I end up with 2 Paulinas? No, I think I had Gallerina. I'm double checking. No, okay. Yeah, I was getting confused with Gallerina. This one I bought myself. Well, I bought all of them myself, but this one was not part of a collection. Or not part of a Bailey Sarian collection. I think this one I think might have came in a mystery box from Melt, actually. Keeping another Bailey Sarian one. This is Lilith. This is such a unique shade. I love it. It's like this kind of like gray cool tone. It's just unique. Gonna keep. Right, I got 4 more of those. So I have this one. This is Hemlock. Another one I love in the fall. I have Wolfsbane, another favorite in the fall. So pretty. I love Melt's like grungier shades. Then we have Judith. Now Bailey likes to do like ombre lips, so she tends to release a like shade, a really light shade that's good for that, and this is one that's really good for that. This is Pumpkin. Love this in October. It's just a beautiful orange shade. I love the embossings. So pretty. So keeping all of those. See if I can scoot them to the side here. Trying not to get them to roll off the table on me. Okay, let's get into e.l.f. I only have a couple from them. I feel like I'm missing one. Alright, so I have this one. This is All Night, which is their black. Again, I keep these in my drawer for Halloween, so I'm keeping. And we have the one with Michaela. This is Puck. I think this is the one with Michaela, or is this the one with, yeah, Pucka Up. This was her wedding lip. Very, very light, but I am keeping. I do like to pair it with a darker lip liner, or the lip liner that came with it. Oh, here's the other e.l.f. one. This is the one they did with Jennifer Coolidge. I love that entire set. So pretty, and it was so luxe feeling the way it was represented. And it was so luxe feeling the way that it was presented. So pretty. Keeping. Then we have this one. This is their Hydrating Core Lip Shine. I got this in a advent calendar, and I haven't used it. Or have I? Have I used it? Yeah, I did use it once. Not a huge fan of it, so I'm going to declutter. Then I have this ABH lipstick that I bought. This is the shade Dusty Rose. I am going to keep. I think it's a very pretty, like, pinky rose shade. Alright, so let's see here. We have, let's just grab these two. So these are from Makeup Revolution and Beetlejuice. This is Beetlejuice and Lydia. So we have Beetlejuice, which is the nude. Keeping. We have Lydia, which is the red. And I'm keeping. I have this little Besame Sleeping Beauty one. This is SBM 218. Very pretty pink shade. Keeping. You guys know I love Sleeping Beauty. I have this Milani lipstick in the shade Dahlia. This is a very, very pretty shade, but it is a very dark. It's almost, it borders on like a plum fuchsia, which are usually not my favorite, but when they're darker like this, I do like them. It's when they get like bright that I don't like them on myself. But I know I'm not going to reach for this very much, so I'm going to pass it along. But it is a very nice formula. This is new to my collection. This is from Revlon. This is the shade 677 Siren. I picked this up because, oh, what is her name? My brain just went out the window. Erin. I think it's Erin Parsons. So she said this is a dupe for, I don't know what that is on there. This is a dupe for Marilyn Monroe's like signature lip, according to her. And I listen to what she says because she's usually pretty spot on. She takes a long time to go through to find things like that. All right, so then we have this one. This is Essence pH reacting lip glow. I got this in an advent calendar. I hate pH reacting products. This is very pretty with the glitter. You can feel the glitter though when you're applying it, but again, I don't like pH reacting products, so I'm going to declutter. I'm going to continue to keep my Beauty Creations Ginger lipstick. This is from their Winter Spice collection. Just a beautiful nude lipstick. You guys can see I've used it quite a bit. We have this one that I got in a ice cream beauty box. I don't remember the brand, but the shade is Close to You. Oh, it's Oakland is the brand. So it's this very pretty, like, glittery shade, but I was just talking about the Milani and how I don't like a fuchsia color, and this is more of a fuchsia, color on me, so yeah, definitely decluttering. Okay. These are the REM Beauty Wicked lipsticks. I have this year's black is this year's pink. The lettering is so small on these. And You've Been Galindified. Very pretty lipsticks and a very nice formula. Keeping. I didn't pick anything up from the second collection, honestly, because it was so expensive. I wanted it, but a lot of it was just so expensive. Like, I tried to add all of it to see how much it would cost me, and it was like $300 to $600 or something like that. Love this one as well. Very pretty. Keeping. All right. Let's do my Dolly Beauty lipsticks here. So, my pet peeve with these is they're like the clickable type, right? But they get stuck and they don't want to come out. Like, this one's already broke again. Like, it doesn't come out at all. And I have to sit here and pry it. That's Birthday Suit. Let's see if I can get any of them to come out. Yeah, see, that one's working. So that's Rosebud. So Rosebud is this little pinky nude. And then we have Honey Plum. Let's see if I can get it to come out. That one seems to be working. So that's this one. Now, these look like they're going to be like uber pigmented, but they're not. They're more of like a sheer tinted formula. They're not super sheer, but they're also not very, very opaque. Love the like bedazzled packaging, but they do need to work on these releases because there's definitely a defect in them. And then the last one is Jolene Red. And let's see. Yeah, okay, that one's working. Birthday Suit is the only one I tend to have a problem with anymore. But it's just this gorgeous red, and I love the butterfly embossing. I am going to try to keep working on Birthday Suit to try and fix it. I did already get a replacement for it once, and it was working, but now for some reason it's not working again. So I don't know. Maybe it is just this shade. We'll see. I don't know. It's definitely a pain. But I mean, I have other products that have these releases on them. Like here's one right here from Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles. I have Lanny and Mora, or Lanny and Mora. So, I mean, see, they come out like super easy. No problem whatsoever. I'm keeping both of these because I love them. And then I'll show you some other ones when I get into Glamlight that I have too that work really well. Let's get into Lunar Beauty though. So I'm keeping all my Lunar Beauty. Now, Lunar Beauty is another one that has the click one, but his is this little moon here, which works really well. And I mean, look at these embossings. They're so pretty. I love when brands put detail into things like that. That's Milk Tea. I also have Holiday. That's this one. See that pretty red? I haven't used that one yet, but I can't wait to. We have Icon. This one I definitely have to use with a darker lip liner, otherwise it gives me concealer lips. Or again, I can use it as like an ombre. I have Tia's. Now this is like an orangey red. Typically not my favorite on me, but I am gonna try it out. Oops, sorry guys, hit the camera there. And then I have Blushing. This is Blushing. It's a nice peachy nude. Keeping. Alright, so let's see here. So we have Glamlight that's left. No. Okay, let's get into Cosmic Brushes and then I'll do Glamlight. I hate this reflecting. Sorry. I have Catrice first. I hate reflective packaging. I got these in an Advent calendar, I believe it was. So this is CO1. Just a nice nude. Again, love the embossings. Keeping. And then I have okay, that was the only one that was Catrice. The rest of these are Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty. So we have Santa Baby. Gorgeous Red. Keeping. We have Ginger Snap. Keeping. Oops. Took a little chunk there. Then we have the silver packaging. I need to clean these off. We have Salem. These came in, I think, the Sinister collection. Keeping. The others were from the Holiday collection. Then we have Clarice. Clarice is this like really light nude. Keeping. We have Nancy. Nancy is my favorite. I mean, I love Nancy from the craft anyways, but I love this shade. This is like my favorite type of shade to wear, especially in the fall. Keeping all of those. Let's get into my Wicked Widow Beauty. And these are from the Crow collection. These are from the Crow collection. Love the packaging. So this one, which is Forever. Gorgeous red. I did order the Rocky Horror Picture Show collection from Wicked Widow Beauty. I'm still waiting on it. We have a Graveyard Dirt. This is a very pretty, like, unique gray in my collection. Also have Rain. Now this one I don't wear very often because it's like this kind of like light blue gray shade. So I don't really find myself gravitating towards it very much, but it is pretty. I also have a Soul, which is the black shade. Okay. Now the rest of these, I believe, are all Glam Lights. Oh, we have another Bite Beauty. Fell down in there. This is Morello. Gorgeous. Keeping. Alright, let me pull all these Glam Light ones out and then put some of these back in because I'm kind of running out of room over here, and I'll be right back. Alright, here are my Glam Light lipsticks, which I am keeping, so let's just go through them real quick. I'll start with the ones that are not my favorite formula because they're a little on the dry side. This is Zoinks. This is from their first Scooby-Doo collection. I keep. I also have Jeepers. Have Rut-Row. I wish Glam Light would go back to actually naming their products, because a lot of the stuff they release now doesn't really have names, and that kind of irks me a little bit. So I have the Barbie collection. Like, yeah, see, these don't have a name. So I have pink. Very pretty. You have this nude. The pink was glittery. You have this shade. We have the Michaela Pot 2. So these are the other ones I told you has the same like the Lunar Beauty from the top. And you compress, and they released so easy. So Dolly Beauty really needs to switch to this type. Very, very light nudes, but keeping. Also have the Friday the 13th lipstick. Keeping. Have the two from Nightmare on Elm Street. Keeping. You have a nice nude. You have a nice burgundy. I mean, check out the embossings. How cool is that? I don't know if this one has... Yeah, this one doesn't have an emboss. Well, it has the words. Very cool. You have the Frosted Flakes lipstick. Glam Light does like their like light nudes, I will say. You have Ghostface. We have Trick or Treat. We have the Kiss collection. This was a letdown. Now the lipstick is nice. The bases were not bad. The palette was just a huge letdown. keeping the lipstick because I do really like that red. We have the Chucky collection. This is the like anti-Valentine's Day one they did. Have the Halloween 2. We have another ghost face. We have Twinkies. Glamlight lip kits are my favorite. That's why I keep buying them. Now, I will say these Scooby-Doo lipsticks are much better than the original collection of Scooby-Doo. This is one of my favorite fall lip combos now because this was a lip kit. Came with a lip liner and lip liner and lip gloss, I believe it was. I also have the Velma one that I haven't used yet. I'm keeping, and also the other Scooby-Doo one. So keeping those. And actually, let me just say I have the Bratz lip kits I haven't used yet, I'm keeping, and the wine one that I haven't used yet, I'm keeping. This is from their Breaking Dawn collection. Keeping. And of course, you guys know I'm keeping both my strawberry shortcake lipsticks. One is a pink and one is a nude. This is a little bright, so I do go light-handed with it. Keeping all of those. All right, so let me gather those all up, and I'll tell you how many I kept of my bullet lipsticks, Lippie pencils, all that stuff, and how many I decluttered, and then we'll move on to the liquid lipsticks. All right, so bullet lipsticks, I had a total of 88. I kept 83, and I decluttered 8. So yeah, did not do very well on that at all. So let me count up the Lippie sticks, and I'll be right back and give you the numbers on those. Alright, so Lippie sticks, I have 34, and I kept 23, and I decluttered 11. Not great, but I'm still happy I decluttered a decent amount out of those, because I initially didn't think I was going to. But let's move on to my liquid lipsticks and then my lip duos. Alright guys, so let's just pull out of here kind of randomly. Alright, so I have, looks like I grabbed the majority of my black liquid lipsticks here that I keep in my SFX drawer. So we have the Stay Matte liquid lip color from Rimmel. I have 2 of those, and I am keeping both because I can't really find this anymore. I also have this one from Milani. This is Wicked. Keeping. Also keeping my original Kat Von D Witches. And also keeping Woof, which is a gray. It's still really nice. Okay, let's get into, I'm going to keep these 3 Melt Bailey Sarian minis. I have Foxglove, Weeping Fig, and Flame Lily. Again, this is another one of those ombre shades, but keeping those. I am going to declutter this Give Beauty liquid lipstick in camo. It's just way too drying on the lips. Let's get into my Laura Lee Los Angeles liquid lips. You can't get these anymore. I got all of these in mystery boxes, but I'm going to keep all of them because I do enjoy them. So Spicy Pink. We have Blushing. We have Cabana. And what is this one? Skimpy. Old Rose. We have Topless. We have Nakey Nakey. And we have Jaybird. Just keeping all of those. I'm going to declutter these two from Makeup Revolution or Revolution Beauty. I just don't like this formula. This is Chauffeur and Baby. I'm going to declutter both of those. Going to keep my ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip from the Haunted Mansion in Beware. Also going to keep these 3 lipsticks. I think these are lip velvets. These are lip creams from ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2, I believe it was. This is Tonight We Fly. We have Hello Boys, and we have Calming Circle. Keep all of those. I want to keep all 3 of these Ace Beauté liquid lipsticks because I haven't tried them yet. This is Polly. Honestly, this one's on the chopping block because it's pretty bright. Also have Strawberry Shortcake and Teddy. I'm going to keep all 3 for now. I am going to declutter this Fenty, what is it, Sea Sweetheart Velvet Liquid Lip. This is very, like, chunky. I mean, you guys can see. I got it in Ipsy. I don't know if this formula is just supposed to be that way, but it grosses me out, honestly. So I'm going to declutter that one. I'm going to keep my Oh For a Long Lasting liquid lipsticks. I have Hot Mess Mama and Kaya. I keep both of those. I'm going to declutter Tomboy from Give Beauty. I'm going to declutter Cowgirl from Give Beauty. But I am going to keep the red, which is Original Recipe, because I do really like this red. I'm going to keep these 2 from ColourPop and the Haunted Mansion. This is Summon Spirits and Hitch a Ride. I'm going to declutter this Gourmand Girls Trapped liquid lipstick in Chlorophyll. I like the color, but this formula is kind of streaky. So for that reason, I'm going to declutter it. It's actually one of the first products I've ever gotten from Gourmand Girls I did not like due to formula. Okay, let's see here. Let's get into my Unearthly. I'm going to be keeping all my Unearthly. So I have Bliss, keeping. I have, what is this one? Cathedral Rose, keeping. I have Moonlit Mauve, keeping, and I believe this is Shadow Veil. It's very hard to see with the black on black lettering. Then we have their older packaging, which honestly I love better because I love these little like liquidy stuff at the top, and I love the fact that it's flat. The other ones I can't stand up because of where they're slanted, but this is Smooch and Gnarly. I'm going to keep both of those. Let's do my Black Moon Cosmetics. I'm going to keep all my Black Moon Cosmetics. Alright, I have Mortis. I have Deville. I have Sleepwalker, one of my favorite black liquid lipsticks. We have Purgatory, also one of my favorite dark purple liquid lipsticks. We have Abyss. We have Harvest. Love this in the fall time. Just like this very pretty kind of muted orange. Then we have Ghost. I don't reach for this one very often because it's such a light purple, but it is a very unique shade for me. I also have Hazel. This is like a grungy green shade. I'm going to have to mix it up, starting to settle down in there. Also have Cider. This is like not one I would typically reach for, but it's just so unique. It's like this yellowy, grungy yellow shade. We also have Sanguis. We have Grave. We also have Deranged. And we also have Grim. Alright, and then lastly of my liquid lipsticks, I have all my Lunar Beauty, which I'm keeping all of them. So I have Zaya. I have Aphrodite, one of my favorite red liquid lipsticks. You also have Abyss. We have Perfection. Now this one I have to I use as an ombre. We have Daydream. We also have Pink Pearl. We also have Sailor and Hallows Eve, another favorite orange. Alright, let me put all these back in the container and then we'll go over my lip duos and then I'll give you my totals for the liquid lipsticks and lip duos. Alright, so let's go through my lip duos real quickly. It's this one. Hottie Hijacker. I don't like this one. It's too bright for me, so I'm going to declutter that one. I'm going to keep Daring Damsel. I am going to keep Born to Hustle. I'm going to keep Stay Stuntin'. Going to keep Rebel in Red. I'm going to keep Global Gold Crusher. Going to keep Global Citizen. I am going to keep Total Baller. Going to keep Fierce Flirt. I am going to keep Moving Up. I'm going to keep On a Mission. I'm going to keep Ambition Statement. Going to keep Trophy Life. Also going to keep Goal Getter. And I'm going to keep Magic Maker. I'm going to declutter this Duochrome Duo from Charmacy Milano. I'm also going to declutter this Lip Couture Duo from, Lip Couture. I'm also going to declutter this Rachel Couture Lip Duo where it's a mocha lip gloss and a clear lip glass. Very pretty, just I never reach for it, so I'm going to declutter. Alright, so my numbers for my liquid lipsticks is I kept 70, and I decluttered 10. Again, I told you guys I probably wasn't going to declutter very much, if anything, from this. I'm actually surprised I did declutter some, since I did do a big declutter previously, kind of towards the end of last year, the beginning of this year. So that's why a lot of things are still in my collection, but it's definitely a lot of products that I need to really work my way through and get a little more cutthroat on what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. Alright, so that is the end of this video. Stay tuned. There should be some more lip declutters coming. I still need to do my lip glosses. I don't know if I'm going to be doing my lip liners or my like cream gel eyeliners this time, guys. So I'll probably skip over those this time. But I still need to do my single shadows and my eyeshadow palettes, and then I will be finished with my declutter for the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. Alright, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by June now. I think as of yesterday I was at 438, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys would help me out there. Again, like and subscribe down below. Really helps me out, and I would appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Bye.